that they were going to change it back. However, at some point in the future, we may lose that functionality. I really don't know what's going on with all of that. And then like extra as well. Now, the next fold, not the way that I'm facing. So if I face this way, we're then going to go 10. I wasn't quite aware of when I tested this a second ago. Anyway, I think that's a really cool little feature, and that's actually going to be it from me this snapshot video. If you have work to go around it and see it how it was and play it how it was back then. So a few things to keep in mind: we have less building materials overall because the game was a lot older, and there were no efficiency tools. You had diamond picks and such, but you didn't have efficiency. So already I'm starting to feel that as I look around, it felt so much bigger back then, but we actually only took up a small area of the map, and the reason why is because the game was a lot harder to play and do back then. So we are walking up to my base right now, by the way. Originally I had a humble little house on the hill that I was hoping would be in the backup, but then I replaced it with this glass and half slab pyramid. And so let's go inside and have a look. And by the way, I used to play on this server with a texture pack, and unfortunately I couldn't find that one, so we weren't able to tour it with the texture pack. But we're in 1.7.9, the regular current Minecraft, and this is one of I think my second tutorial. I did a drop pad, which is something I built here on the server. So you press the button, and yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory, and that still works. So redstone back from Minecraft 1.8 in the beta days is working, and we should actually have a little look through the chests, see if there's anything interesting in them. I think this was one of my dogs. I had a couple of them on the server. So anyway, let's use this and go down to my base, which is underground. So we have a water thing there to break the fall. There's my other dog. And this is really nostalgic. I can remember the whole base and the layout and everything. There is a redstone room back here, and this looks like some messy old wiring. It goes all over the place, and I'll show you what that's for in a moment. But if we go around to the side here, this is the main part of my base. There is this corridor, there's wall on the ground, and like these different rooms for doing stuff in. This one over here, yes, an old sand generator. This won't work. I'm not sure if there was something more to it than that, but we had a sand generator back on the server, and then yeah, there's nothing that way. It's just from the old map being converted into the new thing. So this is my tree farm. This is really uninteresting. It's just a little room where I used to grow trees with bone meal. Then if we go around food in these chests, you may notice, and there we go, the food isn't stacked because back then you couldn't stack them, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's go around into the next room. This is my wall room. This is simply about storage, just a place to store all of my walls and my dyes. And if we hit this switch, we should see a crafting bench, and again, redstone from back in the way still working. That is awesome. I don't think I did a tutorial for that, although I have done a crafting bench swapperoo thing before. So this next bit is my station, and you can call a minecart from up above, so we will press that button and find out if that still works and come back to that in a moment. And then this room, I really like this room. I spent a lot of time on it, and now that I look at it, it is all made out of wooden planks, but that's all we had back then. That was the only wood you had, if I recall correctly. There wasn't spruce planks or anything like that. And yeah, this is just my storage room. I'm pretty sure there were chests in the middle. Maybe not, there's torches there instead. And yeah, just where I stored all of them. Then let's go into this interesting looking room, and let's just walk around the back here. You can see I was putting down black wool on the ground, and this is just my vault. So it's covered in obsidian. And if you go in here, we've got all of the things that I collected on the server, and back then this amount of iron and gold and diamond was actually quite a lot, and you can see there's more in there as well, because I did enjoy doing some caving, as we all did at one point, whereas nowadays it's a done thing, I guess. Yep, that doesn't go anywhere. Let's go to this side first of all. There might be an interesting walkway around here. Yes, there is, but where does it go? It just goes back there. I thought it went somewhere a little more interesting. Never mind. So if we go up here, this is... okay, I think there's a flower farm through here. Yeah, that's right. You'd bone meal the ceiling, then you'd hit the switch and the water would come down and give you loads of flowers and seeds and stuff. And then there was a wheat farm here, which has got some redstone controlling it. Again, it'd be nice to see if that actually works. and it's pretty self-explanatory. You release the water and it goes all the way to the end and knocks all of the wheat down below. And there is some redstone going all over the place up here. Where is the activation switch for this? I do not even know. Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, so it almost works. The one on that side didn't come out. There you go, all the drops come down the end there. And now, if we go around to the other side, we will see some of the other farms that I built on here. I can't remember if that leads... Yeah, that does lead somewhere. So this is an old mushroom farm. All the mushrooms have popped out by the looks of it. But this is the way they used to grow and spread. They would spread onto cobblestone, apparently. And there would just be a switch here that you would hit, and the water would come down. And then it would drop all the mushrooms in there. And we're probably going to get none, because it looks like that's broken. Now this area over here, this was... Ah, that's right, this is the bottom of the mob farm. Sweet. I've forgotten all about this. And yeah, we had this experimental crusher system set up. Let's see if this still works. So, we don't want to activate lava. We'll turn off the water so you could drown them. You could let them... Oh! The mob spawner works with witches in it. That is amazing. It still works. This is so cool. Okay. So then you could open the bottom and hit them. But they weren't one hit... Let's put it back. They weren't one hit kill. So you could also drown them. The water would come out and drown them. This is so cool. You could crush them like that. Or you could use lava. Oh, and you drop them into lava. Fascinating. And the redstone for this is all back here. And I never did a tutorial on this. This is just something I created here on the server. It is absolutely awesome to see this again. It really is. I hope you're in to see that it still works. Yeah, so down the end here we also had a passive mob spawner, but I never really got too far with this. This is back when animals would spawn like hostile mobs do as well, so they'd go down into these water chambers, and I don't think I ever really finished that. Let's have a look in the chests. I had some diamond tools. Pretty cool. And let's just go back over to this side. In fact, because we're in crate room, mobs spawn, they walk off the edges, and then they fall down into the middle here. And somewhere down there there's something like a lava blade that kills spiders. But obviously it's not working quite the way it did before. Anyway, let's leave this. Actually, it creates a lighting effect. There we go. So anyway, if we go up top here, there is a redstone room full of an old piston swapping mechanism that obviously doesn't work anymore. If we remove this torch and replace it... Nope, that's not how you activate it. But anyway, the idea is that this becomes unpowered. The block gets pulled up, and then when it's powered, it doesn't work anymore because it allows you to turn on and off the mob farm. But we should head out of here now. Let's go and see if that minecart got cooled successfully. That was another little redstone project right there. That took some time back then. And it still works. Amazing. Right, so pay attention here. This is a pretty cool thing. Look at that. There is lava coming down the middle with sandstone all the way around the side of it, and the ceiling there is made out of lava as well. That was a fun old reason for that. If anyone knows, if anyone's been playing for that long and may understand why I put that there, then please let me know. So the next thing we're going to look at is something else that I did. I think this thing around here is really good. I've never seen this before. At this point I've been watching, and then the saplings will fall down into them. And there are obviously better ways of doing it than what we've done here. But back. So here are a couple more projects I was involved in. By the way, the pyramid is there and the tree farm is behind it. This is our strip mining area, and this is a structure that I built with the help of some other people on the server. Let's open all of these. You can drop down. Actually no, you can't, because the ladders are all like that. And I remember placing all of these torches thinking how hypnotic and cool this looked as you made your way down. But then you can push over to the outside and then drop back in again to get to the bottom. And there's no... I think this is just a typical bar. But this is surprisingly, down the bottom at least, not as impressive as I remember it being. But it was certainly a cool thing on the server. And we also had this building here. I can't remember if I helped build this. There we go. And I remember collecting lots and lots of sand and deposit open straight away, which is interesting. And then around the back here should be sand. Okay, I can't remember how